day, everyone. Today we will be discussing a groundbreaking initiative that is currently transforming home ownership in Nigeria, the Ibile Traditional Mortgage System. This system is proudly championed by Harmony Garden and Estate Development Limited. And with me is no other person than the visionary, the man behind this initiative, the Hon.Dr Saheed Mosadoluwa Audullahi, the CEO and Executive Managing Director of Harmony Garden and Estate Development Limited. Honorable Sir, thank you for joining us today.
You're great, Chris. And thank you for having me as well.
Thank you. So we're going to start with the basics. What exactly is the Ibile Traditional Mortgage System? What is it all about?
Well, the Ibile Traditional Mortgage System is a system we've designed for Nigerians to leverage on to be able to own a home at ease in Nigeria, where they don't have to break bank or get into robbery before they can own a home. So, what we've decided to put in place is to make sure that within just 5 years we build 10,000 homes where Nigerian can actually, either you are Nigerian staying in Lagos or Abuja or Ibadan, in as much you decide to own a home in Lagos, we are very much available and affordable. Either you are Nigerian diaspora, it is easy for you to own a home at ease where you pay within the first month to 60 months at single-digit interest rates. And we pledge to at least bring 2,000 homes to the door of Nigerians within just 18 months. We're closer to 500 within the 4 out of the 7 estates we call Citadel of Joy, developing by Harmony Garden and Estate Development Limited.
Thank you, sir. That's really impressive. So we'd like to know, who are the people that this system is designed for?
Well, the system is designed for not only those who think they need to break bank, as I've said earlier on. The system is designed for middle class or Nigerian diaspora. At the end of the day, what we are creating is to build a home where everybody can leverage on home on investment, where you can, even if you are not staying here or you are not looking at buying to stay at the right time, it's still something you can leverage on, where you turn into an investment, something you buy for today and you are going to pay till next 5 years. Automatically, by next 5 years, you know what property means when you invested in a property, and by next 5 years, you know what you can eat. So it's a privilege for every Nigerian to own a home, just for us to make it easy for everyone.
Okay, so what does someone need to qualify for the Ibile Traditional Mortgage System? Well,
in as much you can demonstrate how you are going to fulfill your obligation, with 10% you secure a home, and 30% automatically we allocate to you. So once you go to 50%, be rest assured that we are going to give you the possession where you can move in to your own home. Yeah, from example, as a Nigerian, you may choose to, either you're Nigerian or Nigerian diaspora, or whatever you choose, either for investment or you want to stay. You may choose a flat that's going for 54 million naira. Okay, all what we are asking of is, okay, pay 5.4 million naira, which is 10% to secure your home. Then you can spread the balance for 60 months. Okay. In short, up to 120 months. We are very much available.
So, sir, what kind of houses can someone buy under this mortgage system?
Well, as I've told you earlier on, I'll be showing you around in a moment. We have 6 different type of model of housing we are actually building. We have block of flats, we have terrace, we have bungalow, and also we have 3 to 5 bedroom duplex we call Asaka Cottage. Aside from Asaka Cottage, we also have GranVille Cinema, a francophone architectural design you would love to see. You know, having a home inside a gated community. It's not easy, gated community with beautiful architectural design. So if you've been to Lekki Aviation Town before, or you have been to GranVille, you'll see what we're actually talking about. Especially when you go to Parliament now, you'll see what we're talking about. We are spending a lot of amount of money on our infrastructure to make sure we give an atmosphere where urban living meets neighborhood charm. And our flat is as low as 54 million naira. This means that if you have 10% of 54 million naira, which is 5.4 million naira, that guarantee you a home in Lekki Aviation Town where you can spread the balance to next 5 years. If you choose bungalow, this means that with 10%, you secure your home, and we actually allocate to you once you show the sign of seriousness at 30%, and also allow you to move in at 50% to our bungalow, which means 8.5 million naira, you become a landlord in Lagos. And we define the home ownership made easy with our terraces. Started from 106 million to 134 million naira. You won't believe the kind of design you are seeing, the one your great-grandchildren will love to be. Along the line, around the business area of West Africa now, we now call free trade zone. Aside from that, you will be wondering when you got to see the kind of design we've put in place. Or in places that have to do with Asaka Cottage and also GranVille Cinema. In a moment, I will be showing you that and to see the kind of value we're giving that beyond what exactly you're actually paying for. There we are.
Okay, sir. So you've been talking about payment plans. Is it possible that someone will want to pay faster than the monthly payment?
Depend on, you know Nigerians. Nigerians were people of what I can call structure and foundation, and based on our own phenomenal culture. Right. So Nigeria is the only place that will tell you, oh, I will pay in the next 5 years. If God's doing it, so Nigeria want to pay within 2 years. Right. I so much believe in my country. Right. And particularly, almost 70 to 80% of our clients have to do with Nigeria and diaspora. And I bet you they are happy with what we are giving to them in terms of payment plan. Yeah. So at 10%, as I've said earlier on, you secure your home at 30%. We allocate. So you know that this is my own and this is the particular one they are based on to me. And 50% you can move in. So while you continue your payment till next 5 years. So.
Thank you, sir. I think we would like to know what happens to someone that defaults on their payment. Is there any penalties or?
The payment structure is there. Everybody knows that obligation is an obligation.
Right.
There's no hiding charge. There's no refer back. When we've told you that okay, you are paying 7.5% for the first year. Second year you are paying 8% annual interest. Third year you are paying also amount of interest, and fifth year you know already what you're supposed to pay. In case of monthly default or monthly obligation default, automatically everybody knows something around 2% will come on what exactly you default on, not entirely. Okay. It's just mere whatever. So not to encourage people defaulting. So for us to be able to continue. Right. Now we're close to 500, and we have another 6 to 9 months to deliver to make sure we actually give 2,000 we pledge, so we can achieve the 10,000 projection of Harmony Garden to at least assist the government to bridge outstanding deficits, and that is our aim.
Thank you, Honorable.
You've
been talking so much about the interest rate. I'd like you to just break down the structure so we understand better the interest rate structure.
The interest rate structure we are talking about is to the fact that, okay, we allow you to do single digits, annual single digits. Annual single digit we're talking about is simple. When you are buying a home from us, you know your first year, your interest rate is just 7.5% of your balance. So the second year will be 8.5%, 8% for second year, and third year will be 8.5% annual interest. Fourth year will be 9%, and when you go to the 5th year, your interest rate is actually 9.9% at that point. And your interest will be based on what you are currently owing, not on the entire framework of, okay, yeah, but you bought something of 54 million naira, you've committed 5.4 million naira, then your balance is coming on what you are currently indebted to the company. Okay. So that is why we call it traditional mortgage.
Right.
Yes.
Right, not on the entire.
Yes, not on the entire.
Okay.
Basically.
Thank you, Honorable.
Yeah, bless man.
So, can ownership of property be transferred? Say, for example, someone wants to transfer ownership of property to their spouse or to another buyer. Is that allowed, sir?
Yeah, automatically. Property at times is an investment leverage where somebody may decide either you choose at a point that, okay, you're upgrading from A to B or from C to D. If you are doing that, you may transfer to your children, you may transfer to your spouse, you may transfer to a friend, or either you cannot meet up or continue the payment and you don't want to lose what you've paid on. Just approach the company, tell us the relevant fact of the issue, and the only thing you do is to pay the administrative charges of the documentation, because we are not allowed, sir, we are not the government. Whatever you are doing when you are changing the ownership, there must be governor consent in whatever you are doing. So that have to do with small amount of bill to be able to change. Just a written to us, then you pay our administrative charges, then we allow you to move on. So we just want everybody to hold a home at ease. So we will not discourage you.
That is great, sir. Say, for example, someone changes their mind. Is it possible to cancel?
Yeah, it's possible to cancel.
Okay.
Depending on what you want, but I'm very sure that no genuine investor will want to cancel what you buy from Harmony Garden, because it's like you win a jackpot somewhere. So if you decided to cancel, yeah, that's possible. Okay. Yeah, you just write to the company, and then all what we do is to charge you minimum administrative charges based on documentation, the one we spend on documentation and some other things we might have done on changing of ownership from us or transferring to you before. Then for us to reverse automatically, yeah, there's little bit charges that have to do with government expenses or whatever the company might have done, yeah, wherever. So if you look at the subscription form, it has been stated clearly, yeah, right. The issue that may warrant that. So we won't want to hold anyone ransom, and we are so sure that what we are selling is not off demand at the market. So why won't us allow anybody that wants to go? Okay. Yeah. Okay. But I'm so sure that we are not going to have such issue. It's a win-win product on the market.
Thank you, sir.
That's you.
Which of the Harmony Garden estates currently offers this mortgage system?
Yeah, well, I've indicated that earlier on that me and you know that Harmony Garden is currently developing 7 different estates. Yeah. Among them, the most popular one are Lekki Aviation Town, GranVille Estate, the Parliament, and Majestic Bay. These 4 estates is currently witnessing development, so anybody can choose their home based on Ibile Traditional Mortgage System from any of the 4 estates we are talking about. So all on Lekki Expressway, directly facing the road. So 4 out of the 7 citadel of joy we call Ogbaduno. Development Harmony Garden is currently witnessing that you can choose your option from any of the 4 estates we're talking about.
Okay, so Honorable, before someone begins this process, what are the documents that are required for this system?
Well, it's not about to buy land in Nigeria or Lagos, particularly Lagos. It's not about you buying a home. You must buy your home or invest on land where you are so sure of the genuine title. Right. Without the genuine title, if you invested anywhere in Lagos, automatically you are joking. You either go there to buy government acquisition land. And the simple meaning is that government have acquired it from somewhere, you went to buy it, then that does not belong to you, it still belongs to government. So in Harmony Garden and Estate Development Limited, the 7 standard of job we are talking about. For instance, if we are talking of Lekki Aviation Town, Lekki Aviation Town fall within the government resettlement scheme. Government allocated already scheme, and the government allocated scheme we're talking about is not acquisition, it's government allocated resettlement scheme. It's designed for home builder already, and that happened to be part of where the Harmony Garden secure the Lekki Aviation Town. And Lekki Aviation Town is with certificate of occupancy that gave everybody who purchased from us through our deed of assignment, you can actually secure your governor consent within 2 to 3 months. It's easy, and with governor consent mean that the governor consented to the transaction you have with us, and based on our own road title, everybody is aware. The government is aware about the road title that have to do with Lekki Aviation Town. And if you decide to choose our estate, the GranVille Estate, which means you are buying government allocation land, we secure direct allocation from the Lagos State government. And we did not just secure direct allocation from Lagos State government, we made sure we also repurchase it from the customary owners. So which means we have the customary title and also the statutory title on on GranVille Estate as well. So with our deed of assignment, the only thing you need to do is to present it to the Land Bureau for governor consent. Land Bureau will forward your documentation through either the Attorney General of Lagos State or the governor to consent to the transaction that you have with us. The Parliament one is also government allocation partially, and the other one is the one we buy statutorily from Bolongpelu Nigbedu family. So, and if you are talking of the Parliament too, so that form part of our investment within the airport resettlement land owner resettlement, where we currently own 186 hectares. So, and if you are talking of Majestic Bay, Majestic Bay form part of the property we purchased from Okorisson waterfront scheme from Okorisson family. Is also a land with statutory title, gazetted Okorisson Ojota land as well. So with that, it's easy for us to issue you a verifiable deed of assignment you can use to approach the government for your own governor consent. At that point, all what our people need to do is to issue you a deed of assignment with your certificate of with your SOFE lodgement receipt and certificate of deposits from SOFE General Office. So with that, you don't even need us to get to allow for your verification. Our documents are always available with the 6 operation departments to give you for your own verification even before you pay to us. So the document is at easy here. It's at easy with Lagos State when you have a road title, genuine road title that have to do with statutory documents.
Okay, so what are the documents that the subscriber needs to provide?
Well, one is subscribe to our products. They give us their subscription form. We'll be able to extract their information based on that. Initial commitment, once they are about 50%, 60%, we start their documentation already. We are the one giving them contract of sales once they go to 25 to 30%. That indicates that, they are actually in contract with us. So once they go to 60%, we don't even get in touch with them. We started prepare their documents. We started preparing their own software, which demarcates which particular portion and also the geometric of where belong to them, the identification of where belong to them within the estate. So once we have that, we will process. And once they get to the 80%, then so what we do in that aspect is to make sure we present their software on their behalf to the SOFE General Office and also SOCON for lodgement receipts and record copy. So once we have the record copy, then automatically we require, we are the one to also provide them certificate of deposit. The certificate of deposit, their receipt, And also, by the time they go to 100%, then we issue their deed of assignment attached with the software we initially prepare for them as certificate of deposit. Yeah, we are the one to give them the documents based on the information provided. And also, once they conclude the payment, there are times they don't need us, they just give the software plan and lodgement receipt to their own software, who can just put it on your location and come into the estate and go directly straight up to where we've allocated to them based on our layout. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So at what point does the subscriber get access to their home? I know you've said that a couple of times, but I want you to just reiterate that.
If you're talking of home, so once you go to 30%, we allocate to you.
Right.
And on allocated to you, meaning you got to know where is your home.
Right.
We expected you to meet up with 30% within the first year.
Okay.
So at 50%, then we'll allow you to move in. We'll allow you to move in, then you continue your repayment within the remaining 5 years.
Thank you so much, Honorable.
Yeah, bless mom.
This is truly innovative.
Yeah,
before we wrap up, what final message do you have for everyone watching this, both home and abroad? What are your final words?
Well, the final word is that the current government has bestowed privilege for every Nigerian to leverage on, based on the new hope that gave birth to the Ibile Traditional Mortgage System, what we are leveraging on. So I want to advise every Nigerian to take advantage of this. So to at least key into this. Now, we don't have much privilege to build more than 10,000 on this program within the next 5 years. I am fully aware that close to 23 million Nigerians are still facing housing deficits, and the best way to bridge the housing deficit is exactly what we are doing. I invited you to subscribe to Ibile Traditional Mortgage so you can be part or benefit from this innovative investment idea we've laid down for everyone.
Thank you so much.
You are blessed, man. And thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing so much light on this revolutionary initiative. And to our viewers, you've heard it all. And as you can see, if you've ever dreamed of owning a home, the time is now. The Ibile Traditional Mortgage System is here to make it happen. So don't hesitate and don't waste time.